Okay, Rachel. This is lard. I gotta get 85 grams of it. And I do it like this. Little chunks in this dish, and we'll stick it in the freezer and freeze it before I cut it into the flour. It's the first step. You can do this ahead of time. $85. Okay. Then 85. Then stick it in the freezer. I guess I have to explain everything, right? Alright. Alright, Rachel, we're going to make sheet pan sausage, egg, and cheese discs for our biscuits. We cooked our sausage ahead of time and vacuum sealed it, so it's ready. All we did was brown it in the skillet and then vacuum seal it. What I'm basically going to do is just create a layer of sausage on the bottom of this pan. And then cover it up with scrambled eggs. You'll see. Now this requires some experimentation because this is like about our third iteration of this. You have to basically experiment with your pan size and how much, literally how much sausage and egg you want in yours. We prefer to have. We want the patty to be like that thick when we're done. So I'm telling you that because I know you don't have the same size pans that I do. So you'll just know it'll take some iteration. And your taste may be different. You may like more sausage, less egg, whatever. I mean, basically I'm just demonstrating the technique because once we started doing this, cooking these eggs this way, it was like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. Oh, and definitely use the parchment paper for this because, well, you'll see when we take it out. It makes it so much easier to clean up and to cut the discs out. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. Alright. From here, we just crack eggs, mix in water, and not water, milk, and pour it in there.
Oh shoot, I don't have any milk.
We don't have milk?
I'm gonna make some real quick.
Okay. again, through experimentation, we've learned that about 8 eggs for this pan gives us what we want. Watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I've added my milk to my eggs. Your mom has this handy dandy whisk that fits into this. It's great. Oh, it only works if you actually plug it in. Try to pour it as evenly across here as I can, because even though it's a liquid, it doesn't saturate or level like you would think that it would. Oh, hey, will you turn the oven on 350? I'm gonna get the oven going at 350 because that's what you cook it at.
Here's your spices.
Thank you. Okay. That's basically, you just want it in there as good as you can. Anyway, you'll see. This is spinach, powdered spinach. Your mom dehydrates it, and then we just put it in here. This way I get my green, and I don't have to taste it.
Yeah, you're basically going to add whatever spices that you like on your eggs.
Yeah, because we come over the top of this with pepper, paprika, onion powder.
Yeah. I know you don't like black pepper, but white pepper, I understand, has less intensity to it, but I don't know. But like I said, whatever spices you like for your eggs. Your dad's adding paprika here, and that we have found gives a nice taste mixed in with all the rest. Plus it looks festive, doesn't it, with the red and green?
Merry Christmas.
This too, Rachel, you could add peppers instead of the
Oh yeah.
paprika if you wanted. If your dad is all about texture, so we use all these powders, and he's doing onion powder next. But onions, you can make it It just all depends on texture. Your dad likes it to all just be smooth.
Yeah, I have to satisfy my OCD because, you know, it has to be even, it has to be proportioned.
But this way I get the onions that I want. And one thing we're going to maybe implement soon is some mushrooms to it. Your dad has found he can eat them if they're roasted. So that may be upcoming. I'll have to let you know.
Last but definitely not least, the cheese. We shred Colby Jack. What is it? Colby and cheddar mixture.
Yeah, any cheese.
Huh?
Any cheese you like.
Yeah.
But that's what we like.
And what I do is I spread it so it looks like a pizza. I've got it covered thick. As a matter of fact, when we take it out of the oven, it almost looks like an egg pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Now we're going to throw this in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes. Okay, here's what it looks like after cooking for 20 minutes. I'm going to take it out of there and put it on this cooling rack. And this is why I was telling you, you know, use this parchment paper. Check this out though. And look at that. It's like, it's just like I said, it's just like a little egg pizza. Once this cools, we'll get the biscuit cutter out, and we'll just cut circles.
Rachel, one way of knowing that your egg is done, when I pulled it out of the oven, I let it set for a minute in the pan for about 5-10 minutes, is just lift the corner up, and if you don't see any wet eggs, you're good to go. That's one way of determining whether you need to stick it back in your oven or not.
But you're saying do that before you take it out of the pan.
Yes, before you take it out of the pan.
Okay.
Which I did that for you.
Thank you. This is our biscuit cutter. And literally we just cut patties out. And none of this goes waste because your mom will take this and we'll cut it up in little bits and she'll either heat it up and eat it just like that or add it to a breakfast bowl. So that's the finished product. Well, as far as the patties go. Okay, let's talk biscuits now. Your mom and I will do these quart-sized Ziplocs and put all the dry ingredients in there first. And then she'll write 85 grams of lard and 1 cup plus. It's a little bit more than a cup of water. You know, when you're mixing stuff like this, you kind of just look for the dough consistency. But anyway, the dry ingredients, and I'll write this out and put it in the description. Basically, it's 473 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, we put in 3 tablespoons of buttermilk powder. That's because we don't use liquid buttermilk. If you have liquid buttermilk, instead of having a cup of water, just do a cup of buttermilk. I mean, it's that simple. Okay, Rach. Now I'm going to make some biscuits. And literally, I just dump it in here and turn it on. Well, it's a little bit more than that, but I put this on and it'll blend all those dry ingredients together. And I'll get the lard out of the freezer. Okay, after letting that mix, this frozen lard will, I'll just drop it in there and it just cuts it into the flour. If you don't want to use lard, you could probably use butter, but the recipe that we got is for lard. I'm going to zoom in so hopefully you can see how this flour is reacting. Look, it's building up and it's just folding over now. Also, the machine's gotten quieter, so I know that lard is pretty much fully incorporated. So after this, I just start pouring the water directly in there and it'll make the dough. Bam, dough. Now I'm just going to flour this. I use this parchment paper a lot because I like to just throw my mess away. It just makes cleanup easier. Still is a little tacky, which is fine. I don't need it. I just flatten it out, cut it, and put it in the pan. The instructions say to cut it, to get it about 1/2 inch thick, and I try to do that. It's about 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's a dozen and a weirdo. But yeah, put these in the oven at 450 for 13 to 15 minutes. I usually set it for 13. Take it out, put some melted butter on, and put it back in until it browns. Alright, Rachel, this is the last step. I have to do this now to console myself because your mom just beat the crap out of me in a board game that we're playing.
We got a new board game for you.
Alright. And that's it. I'll do all these. I wrap them in this cellophane because while I put it in a freezer Ziploc, you know that stuff always still gets moisture in there and ice. This protects it. Now, if these lasted longer than a couple of weeks, I would probably freeze these first and then vacuum seal them, but they don't last longer in there. So, anyway, that's it. That's what we do.
All right, Rachel. We sealed them all up, and I have these reusable Ziploc bags. I got them off Amazon, but once you put them in there, you can put them in the dishwasher, you can hand wash them, whatever, but it cuts down on plastics, if that matters to you. A lot of times we still use Ziplocs. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that I got 2 bags of the breakfast biscuits, and then we got another bag of 8, 9 of just the biscuits that will put jelly. Sometimes your dad puts bacon on them, or he has them for dinner, whatever. But that was our final result. We love you and hope you enjoyed the video.